Hello, welcome. My name is Miss Cindy Renteria, and I'm going to be doing the older toddler video for this week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this. We are already moving on to, guys, can you guys believe that January is already gone? We're already going to pass Valentine's, and these days are going by so fast. Our little ones are growing and they're learning. Well, I mean, we're all growing and learning at this point. And thank you so much, parents, to continue to do your hard work, to continue to give us the feedback that we ask you for, and just to continue to do your part at home. As you know, this time around, it can be kind of tough since you guys been at home for so long. But just, continuing to teach your children, and remember, we are our children's first role models. We are our little ones' first teachers. So everything we do, they're always all eyes on us. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our song. And once we do our song, we're gonna go ahead and read a story. But we're gonna start off with our song. Miss Cindy's here today. Miss Cindy's here today. Clap, clap, clap. Miss Cindy's here today. So now, mom and dads, we want to take turns to sing, to add our little one's name to it. And if they're already able to say their name correctly, pronounced it, we want to use their official name. I know sometimes we give our little ones nicknames or so, but we want them to learn their name. Because remember, these students right here that are watching this video, these older toddlers, are going to be transitioning into Hester. And it's important that they're able to know that their name is Cindy, their name is Melissa, Veronica. Sometimes we may say, oh, Gigi or Jojo, but we have to be very cautious that once they go to school, they're going to be named by their official name. So that's one note that I want to mention now that we're talking about transitioning. We're going to start working on transitions already to get our little ones ready and prepared. Also get mom and dad prepared for our little ones to be moving on to going to school in August. So I will be going on with our story for our book of the week. We have, if I can get it, we have I Am Brave. It's a really cute book that we have here. So this is the front of the book. This is the spine of the book, and this is the back of the book. So we have I Am So Brave. I was scared of big dogs. Then I made a new friend. I was scared of the water. Now I love the deep end. I was scared of the dark. Then I saw the stars shine. He's not scared of the dark anymore. I was scared of the loud horns. Beep, beep. Then I got mine. Beep, beep. I was scared of the goodbyes. Now I'm happy to wave. A lot of us are going to be waving to mommy and daddies when we go to school. I'm not scared like before. I am so brave. Yes, we are all brave little ones. And this activity for this week's, you guys received in the kitchen, helping and learning. This is what you guys received in your packet. In the kitchen, helping and learning, what is it that we're going to need for this activity? Is going to be a favorite recipe. It could be a baking recipe, a cooking recipe, or just to make a quick snack. Ingredients and equipment to make the recipe, of course. And sometimes we want to wear a shirt that we don't mind that our little ones get dirty in, or just a little apron if they have an apron. This is what we're going to need. And of course, a toddler book. And this is going to go furthermore. This is what we're going to need to do this activity. You're going to invite your little one to cook together with you. You're going to show him the recipe, and then talk about the plan. So first, we'll get everything we need together. So you and your little one will get everything you guys need together. Then we will combine the ingredients, and we will cook them. Then we will clean up. Then we will eat. Does it sound like a plan? we want to be very descriptive to our little ones when we're doing this activity. This is a great one in implementing language and motor skills and cognitive here. So you want to be very descriptive. You're going to say, we're going to take everything out. We're going to get all the, let's say we're baking cookies. We're going to get the flour. We're going to get the chocolate chips. We're going to get the butter. We're going to get the eggs. Just name everything out to them. And then you're going to work as a team as you gather the equipment, as you gather the ingredients. And think about how your child can help you. You can support your child in washing it could be vegetables or fruits. And since we're talking about making cookies, it can support you by gathering all the ingredients or reaching the ingredients to you. And talk about what you're doing together. Always, talk about what you're doing. We're putting the flour and we're putting 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of flour, we're putting 1 egg. And then, of course, at the end, you guys get to celebrate your accomplishment. And as you're cleaning up, and when we have fun cleaning up, it makes it fun for our little ones. So we want to make cleaning up fun time. You can put some music on, you can sing, or you can sing our cleanup song to get them. When my daughter was younger, I used to play music. More of like a rhythm music, and it was time to clean up. So she already knew, and she thought it was so much fun to go to the rhythm of the music. So it was time to clean up. So we want to make cleaning up fun. And of course, if we were the first model, so I'm not going to say enjoy cleaning up, but we make, this is something that we do daily, and we're happy and we're cleaning up, getting ourselves together, making sure our house is nice and clean. Our little ones will do the same thing. What's in it for us in this activity is going to be in motor, language, and cognitive. Motor, when your child is cooking, he or she is using their wrist to pour. So they're using their skills for writing. This is going to help them when they learn to write. They're using their large muscles when they stir, and they're using their fine muscles when they're putting in the chocolate chips, or you may put a little bit of sugar. So, they're using their fine motor skills. And then in language, talking to your child while cooking helps increase the receptive language and builds his vocabulary. And cognitive, here she is learning about quantity, measurement, and parts of a whole, and is watching chemistry as action of the flour, the sugar, the eggs, how they all can all together become a cookie. So we're doing chemistry, we're doing science, we're doing math, they're doing fine motor. All this is just in one simple activity that you guys can really enjoy as a family at home. And a safety tip for this activity, moms and dads, would be think about how to help your child reach the work surface. It is best to use a sturdy stepping stool so she or he won't fall. Supervise whenever he pours, cuts, and works near hot surfaces. There are child-sized oven mitts that he can use to be like you, even when he's not touching hot objects. That's just a safety tip for you guys. And we also have in book sharing, since we said we wanted a book for this activity too, will be you model the importance of reading every time you read. Read a recipe together. Make a recipe book that he can read. Use pictures from the ingredients. Read everywhere, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, in the kitchen. Find a story about cooking. Talk about how the characters in the book cooked like you did. We want to be reading all the time. And what is in it for you, moms and dads? Your parenting behavior in this activity will be responding. Healthy eating habits are established for life during the younger years. When your child is part of the preparation of a meal and you give him credit for helping, he is more likely to think it's yummy. So as parents, we are responding to this. And of course, like it says here, healthy eating becomes a habit and is established as once we grow up. And of course, having them cook it, they're going to want to eat it. And for continued learning, we have when your child watches and helps with cooking, he sees changes. He is a part of chemistry experiment right in the kitchen. Your child can help take a spoon and forks to the table. Help him make the placemat, trays around his dish and glass of spoon. He can match them to the mat. This is a lot of good ways for this activity to continue on throughout our daily routines. Do you have memories that are triggered by a smell? Think about the memories you are making with your child. When I smell like banana bread, it reminds me of my mom. My mom enjoys making banana bread. So when I see banana bread or I smell banana bread, it reminds me of my mom making banana bread in the kitchen. So this is the activity you guys had this week, and we're gonna move on to a our family well-being is going to be read your child's signals. Do you know a picky eater? This is one of the handouts that you guys received in your packet. This is for our picky eaters. We may not have any picky eaters in our home, but we may have a picky eater in our home. They don't tend to only be children. Sometimes they tend to be grown-ups and they're picky eaters. So picky eating is when our children refuse foods often or only want the same food over and over. Many parents worry that their picky eaters are not getting enough food, enough nutrition to grow. But in most cases, they are. In fact, 50% of parents think their children are picky eaters, but 95% of healthy babies and toddlers meet all their nutrient needs. Some causes of picky eaters. Some children are sensitive to the taste and smell of food and the way it feels in their mouth and the texture. What can you try? Offer several healthy food choices. Among foods your child does like at each meal, gently but frequently offer new kinds of foods. Children need to be offered a new food as many as 10 to 15 minutes before they will eat it. Talk to your child healthcare provider about a nutritional concern you may have. Some children can seem picky because they only want to eat foods they can feed themselves. We have the little ones that I do it, I do it, I do it, or I can do it on myself. And sometimes we think, oh, he's being so picky, but they want to be able to feed themselves. You can offer safe finger foods that your child can feed herself. Offer your child a spoon to hold when you're feeding her. This lets her be in control. This is just some ways of us to be able to, what we can try if we tend to have a picky eater at home. Also, we need to learn how to read the signals of our little ones. Baby and young children know when they are hungry or full. They may have signals for letting us know what their bodies need by using their voices, faces, and actions. Reading your child's signals means watching and listening to her and trying to understand what her behavior means. Responding to your child's signal lets her know that she can trust herself to know when she is hungry or full. She is a good communicator and that her needs are being met. So we want to be able to listen to our little one's signals when it comes to eating. And this is a great, great, great way of information here. You guys can continue to review it. And of course, you can ask your home visitor for further explanation, or myself and Cindy. Also, what we have here is a handy handout. You guys received this one here. This was really good and important because we want to get our kids ready for transition. What is reading? What happens when we read? Reading is very, very, very important, parents. How do your children develop alphabet knowledge? Introduce the alphabet to preschool children as early as age 3. We already have many of our little kids. Our little kids are already 3. Just the following activities to help preschool learn the alphabet, their corresponding sounds. Play with a picture alphabet blocks that have pictures representing letter sounds. We may have those blocks at home, they have the letters. If not, we can make our own using cereal boxes or any type of construction boxes that we have at home. Excuse me. Read, read, read. Reading books out loud makes the sound to representations of the letters, letter combinations, and words more distinct. Reading out loud children also teaches them that print can carry a message. Also, sing the alphabet song while looking at and pointing at the letters. You can see A, B, C, D, but we're going to be pointing at each letter as we sing it. Also, provide practice for writing the letters. Help the child trace letters in shaving foam and sand and rinse, make it more interesting. Let the child write the letters on an online paper first. Use paint and brushes, finger paint, pencils, and crayons. It is, these are just some tips of how you guys can implement and, help your child learn the alphabet before they go into Head Start. What happens when we read? As mentioned above, we must be able to recognize letters, their names, distinguishing features, alphabet knowledge, especially in young children, is the key to reading to success. It is never too early to start teaching and start providing our children with the resources to be able to learn the alphabets and to be able to introduce them to reading. So this is one of the handy handouts that you guys received in your packet, and it got a lot of great ways that you guys can implement reading in different ways. You can implement reading in your daily routines. And like I normally say, we want to make reading a happy moment. We want our little ones to be happy when it's time to read. We wanted them to see reading as an activity, as when they play with their cars, when they're baby dolls. We don't want to make reading boring, and we want to try to implement other people at home to read to our little ones, not just mommy, my mommy, daddy, grandpa, big brother, aunt and uncle. And that will be all for this week. Thank you so much for coming by and, and listening to me and watching this video and doing the activity with your little one at home. Please take care, be safe, be cautious, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.